dog. Woo! Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's after dark. It's Wednesday. It's Houston. We have a problem, and all sorts of problems popping up, huh? Woo-wee! Shit's getting weird. So what we have is okay. Let's go back to yesterday. Yesterday, Bed Bath & Beyond appears with what's called a global equities ticker, 0HMI. And that is a ticker given to securities that trade internationally across exchanges very easily. So you don't have to focus on just the New York Stock Exchange or just the Toronto Exchange or just the London Exchange. Like Boeing, you can find in every single solitary market around the world. It's a huge company. It's international. You can trade them anywhere. Same thing with major ETFs or index funds. You'll find those with international tickers. So it appears in the London Exchange. It's a frozen ticker, 0HMI, I believe it is. And it's at about $22 US, $18.01 pounds sterling. Weird. Very weird, right? You go, that's strange. Have something around $22 sitting international account with a weird international ticker never had before. Interesting. Some of the info it has is old. Some of the info seems like it could be relevant and new. Scratching our heads. And then last night, late, all of a sudden, a couple of brokerages, I think like TD Ameritrade and Schwab and Robinhood, all vanish everyone's Bed Bath & Beyond. Or Butterfly, whatever you want to call it. You're like, that's strange. And then today, other brokers start following suit. E-Trade, Fidelity, IBKR, everyone else starts boom, boom, deleting them. So around close today, mine disappeared out of Fidelity. It said expired or something. I thought, that's strange. Let me give Fidelity a call. I'm just going to call this dude. So I call. I get a guy on the phone. Very, very, very nice man. Very useless. I'm like, hey, my Bed Bath & Beyond stock has been removed from my account. I would like to wonder why, because other bankrupt stocks I have not been removed from my account. He's like, oh, well, it's expired. I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Well, it was a corporate action came out saying that it was worthless. I'm like, yes, because we're awaiting news on a merger acquisition. He's like, oh, yeah, but a company bought Bed Bath & Beyond. I said, no, a company did not buy Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond is likely going to be issuing new equity to current shareholders. So I want to hear from you if they offer new equity to the current shareholders and you have removed my shares from my account. Am I going to receive the equity? He's like, well, you need to talk to a tax guy about your losses. I'm like, I'm not calling about losses. I'm not calling about any of that. I want to know if a new equity is offered, right, to current shareholders, the people who had the original Bed Bath & Beyond shares, will I be receiving it because you've removed the shares from my account? And he's like, well, there's be no cash payout. I'm like, I'm not asking for a cash payout, man. I'm asking if equity is offered, if when they restructure this bankruptcy, they say, hey, all existing shareholders, here are new shares. Will I be getting them? Well, really, you got to talk to a tax guy about your losses. I'm like, click. So they're very useless. In other brokerage accounts this evening, the ticker has appeared as now a reorganization ticker. So it's giving it a weird Q-sip. It's like blah, 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 reorg, and saying it's reorganizing. Very good signs. Okay, so on Monday, in Ryan Cohen's pump and dump case, where he's being sued by a bunch of assholes for claiming he's pump and dumping, he apparently filed a whole bunch of very sensitive, privileged information about corporate things, presumably with Bed Bath & Beyond, for the eyes of attorneys and the judge only. And that they said they would be revealing what's inside these documents to the rest of the public. Pizza mail is appearing under the door. These. I lost my train of thought. Monkey, just get back up there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ryan Cohen. That these privileged documents concerning particular, information that could be related to a company of some kind will become public on or before Friday, the 20th. So the judge and lawyer have had a week to look at it. Our stock's disappeared. But it's under a weird ticker in London. And the privileged secret information should be appearing by Friday. Right? So here we sit, doing what we do best. Speculating and twiddling them thumbs, baby. So, man, Speculation Station. I would love to leave Speculation Station someday on a one-way trip to the moon. But you know, they're still fueling the engine, and we're getting ready to go, right, Monkey? Yeah. So, boink. We're back. Boom. Okay, so. Oh, super chats already. Stephanie L. Hi. I have some gold and silver jewelry I want to get rid of. Have some have diamonds and precious stones. Would a pawn shop be the best venue to sell them? You'll never get what you're owed out of any jewelry you sell to a jeweler or a pawn shop. At best, you get wholesale prices, which is probably 1/6 to 1/3 of market value, and that's if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, they'll screw you over. They'll tell you it's not worth anything. They'll take something from you and they'll sell it for a huge markup, like a 10 or 20x markup on what they'll offer you. They also will lie to you about what's in that jewelry. So if you can get things certified, even better. I'd go in, know what kind of metal you have, what the purity of that metal is, and what the weight of it is. It's right off the bat, because they'll have to give you at least like 95% spot price for the metal. So if you have gold and it's 14 karat gold, so it's a little bit better than 50% gold, and gold trading at $2,000 an ounce, and it's 10 grams of it, so it's about 5 to 6 grams of pure gold inside of that. At $60 a pop, you should be getting, say, $300 to $400 just for the gold inside of that jewelry, right? Depending on the size of the diamonds or other precious stones that are in there, you know, if they're nice quality, add a bonus to that. But just for the weight in gold alone, just weigh them, figure out how much pure gold there is in there. I've often found that if you need to sell jewelry, people are like, what? A great way to do it oftentimes is eBay. You put what the size of everything is on there. Like, oh, it's this size ring, this size earring, this is how much it weighs, this is the size of the stones, etc. People will generally give you a higher price than you'd get from like a pawn shop or a jeweler. And I guess it also depends if you know the people at the pawn shop or know the people at the jewelry store. There's a lot of really shady dudes out there. And they'll tell you, oh, you know, this ring isn't worth that much. I'll give you like $200 for it. And you can be like, but the exact same ring is in that case for $12,000. Well, you know, I got a market. I need to make a profit, right? Yeah. $11,800 profit. So, you know, you can go to the jewelry stores, bounce around, offer a couple places, see what the difference is for them. A great way to do it is go in to a jeweler, ask them to appraise it for you. This is a great trick you can do. You can ask them to appraise it for you, look at it, like, oh, you know, this is this and this worth this. Okay, it's got that in there. This is how much it weighs. This is the quality. I did an acid test in the gold. Oh, this is probably a $2,000 ring. You're like, cool. I'd like to sell it. I'll give you $100 for it. You just said it was worth $2,000. That's a great way to do it. I have a guy at this place called Porcello Jewelers in Bellevue, Washington. Now, don't ever go there. This is Porcello Jewelers are a bunch of shady fucking assholes. I am a geologist who specializes in gemology, right? I had I was looking to finish funding my summer expedition. So I had a bunch of jewelry I bought at estate sales, and I was going to do a jeweler, and like, hey, I'll sell this crap for like 20 cents on the dollar. Some, decent like blue diamond in there. And I had this little tiny platinum ring, and it had a red diamond in it. Just a teeny tiny little like quarter carat red diamond. And the guy's like, what's this? That's a platinum Art Deco ring. It's got a little red diamond in there. He's like, that's not a diamond. I said, yeah, that's a red diamond. It's, it's an irradiated red diamond. I mean, it wasn't natural red diamond. They blasted with radiation. It turned red. So it's not as valuable as like a natural red diamond, but still, it's $1,000 ring. He's like, that is not a diamond. I was like, yeah, yes, that is a diamond. And he's like, I will bet you $100,000 cash right now that if I bring out my diamond tester, that's not going to be a diamond. And I was like, I got a diamond tester right here. I will gladly bet you $100,000 that your diamond tester and my diamond tester will both treat that as a diamond. He's like, you're on, man. Beep, diamond. Beep, diamond. I was like, pay up. Get the fuck out of my store. And he had like a security haul me out and throw me on the street. So like, if you're trying to screw over somebody who is a professional at this, what's he doing to like the desperate housewife, single mom, the man who just lost his wife, the family's about to lose their home, the grandma needs to go in the nursing home and needs to help pay for it because, her shit kids aren't around to help her. Like, if he's screwing over somebody knows what they're doing, what are they doing to folks who are desperate, right? It's just, because it's always good to like, get a little appraisal from them, and then, because then they have to eat their words. But I found eBay generally, if it's not like I need to sell this like this week, eBay is a great way to do it. You can put it something up for 10 days, list all the weights and measures, and oftentimes you'll get a pretty decent price. You can always set a minimum price too. So if it doesn't get the price you want, oh well. Moving on. Moas for yo ass. Hey, have a hot pocket on me since I know you love them. Thank you. And Bitcoin, GME absolutely crashing in price. Thoughts? My thoughts are specifically that I'm doing a show, Ernest. Ernest, doing a show. Okay. I know he's like, turn on the Xbox and just downloading. So, hopefully, Max Headroom might be coming. I think because they can't short Butterfly, that they're shorting GameStop as hard as they can. The minute Butterfly or Bed Bath & Beyond became untradeable, that's when GME started crashing. That's when you started seeing, articles like, why would you let Ryan Cohen be CEO of GameStop? What has he ever proved? And these weird hit pieces coming out. Right, they need a different CEO at GameStop. I think that's what they're doing, is that they can't short Bed Bath anymore, so they're shorting GameStop, and because they have no other option. And it's like an act of desperation because you don't want to short a play like GameStop. That's really stupid. Okay, Iggy, tell your roommate to cool it. Already done. Okay. Oh, my mom, Mystery Michael, Michael Mystery, if you are up, my mother finished the puzzle of the wood puzzle of the seahorse. She said, I enjoyed it, but it was very difficult. So there you go. All right. Cool. Okay. I'm still getting a terrible rate on YouTube, but hopefully I'm coming through. We'll see. Shinchan, game theory on butterfly trades on T0. What kind of hell will this cause? I mean, I thought Mark Cohodes hates Ryan Cohen. But he just hates the guy. He talks shit about him constantly. So I don't know if Ryan would go to T0 with it. I mean, maybe they're just playing a role and they're like making it so that everyone thinks they won't go together, but really they will. So they're just playing hate each other. I don't know. But, I I don't know why it would go to T0, especially since it appears that Loopring and GameStop created an entire platform specifically to do just this. So, I don't know, Sin-Chan. A lot of T0 news popping off. But Ryan Cohen seems to have a platform that can do exactly that. So I don't know. I don't know if those swords will cross. We'll see. I think we'll see on that one. Okay, is that all the super chats for now? There we go. All right. All right. Okay. Keith Dixon, can't wait to hear everyone's speculation night. Well, I'm sure there's going to be lots of it. A lot of people are like nervous Nellies because, I mean, I'm a little nervous because the broker I talked to at Fidelity seemed completely unaware that anything out of the norm is happening. It's like, well, this doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, yeah, but Sears doesn't exist anymore. I still have those shares. Nortel Networks exist anymore. I've had those shares for like 15 years. So, like, why are these ones deleted? And if they're deleted, am I going to get them back in another form? Well, talk to a tax accountant. Like, oh my God. Not what I'm asking. So, Mighty Mouse, BBYQ are gone from my Fidelity account, my Moomoo account. What's next? Something's got to get filed by someone. Yeah. Finger, the toxic loan from Lynn Partners was paid off. Shorts are trapped. Will be bigger squeeze than the baby GME squeeze. What's finger banging right now? I mean, GameStop's down to 13.85. It's looking real delicious right now. Fingers at 6.35. A little drop today. Give it a chance to do a pop tomorrow and pop on Friday. It's got to close above 7 on Friday. That's what Finger's got to do in order to get a nice gamma out of it. So Finger, don't let them short you on Friday. Go puny pop. Keith Booth, all my BBYQ shares are gone from TD. Yep. It's Liddy's here. Hello. Moas for yours. Hey, you stunk. What are your thoughts of Citadel suing the SEC about some proposal that might pass? I think the CAT system is the one they are worried about. Yeah. What does CAT stand for? The consolidated aggregate trades or whatever it is. CAT system. Nope, not Corp, you ding dong. Why'd you put that in? Why'd you autofill for me, dude? Data processing equipment communications. Not that one. Central application tracking system. That's it. CATS. Web-based system for submitting processing license, public welfare investment applications. Blah blah blah. Sorry, consolidated audit trail. That's the one. So, come on, open. SEC established consolidated audit trail. The CATS went live. What was it? Was it September last year or September 2021? It took a while. Like they had halts and things that kept it from going live during COVID. It became fully implemented December 2021. That's when it was. So stamp system necessary to complete with CATS. So it's self-regulatory organizations operate it together jointly, and they basically share the data of these trades across the networks to like keep track of everything. Why Citadel would want to sue, I'm not sure. It may make it harder for them to sneak stuff through in dark pools, and they might be pissed off about that because the whole point is that you have this audit trail that you can audit. In dark pools, it makes it hard to audit things. So anyway, if Citadel's against it, then you should definitely be for it. That's the easiest litmus test in the entire world. If Citadel was like, hey, you need water and food to survive, I'd be like, I don't. I don't trust you. I'm going to figure out another way to survive. That's how much anything Citadel's for you should be against. Mo Money, what's your take on brokers deleting shares of BBY like Fidelity? Is this the final end game? T+2, is this the dates of dates? This can't go on anymore. Can this go on anymore? I think Friday something really awesome is going to happen. I don't know what specifically it's going to be. I do think it's going to involve some sort of equity distribution or announcement from the company about, shares of some kind. ownership, something happening with Butterfly. And I think some documents have been filed probably already with the SEC, probably with the London Exchange and their regulators, very likely with the DTCC. But there might be a delay on when those get revealed with the public. All the S documents and the 8Ks and stuff that were filed for Butterfly on September 29th, when we saw them on September 29th, they were filed a week earlier. So we might not be privy to information that's getting changed in the computer systems right now by people who are privy to information and can't talk about it. Now, if there's anyone who happens to be working at the SEC in here, has got an anonymous name, and you want to kick something in the chat and let us know what's happening, by all means. I won't tell. So I think something happens. Something happens Friday. Each week, something weird's happening. I would keep putting into the description, like, weird things are going to happen this week, because every week weird things are happening. So let it happen, man. Let the weirdness begin. I just wanted Fidelity to confirm to me that if weirdness happens, I get my shares, right? Others think it's a recall's happened to the new transfer agent, which is Equi Wells Fargo. So it's no longer computer share. That was only brief. It was like a way station. Just like, it's like one of those airplane trips in Indiana Jones where, like, you see them like bounce off tropical islands the way across the Pacific. It was just a way station along the way. They had to refuel and then dump all those shares into Equi Wells Fargo or something. So, Monkey, why are you staring at the door like a weirdo? Why? You need to. Get up. Get your ass up here. Come on. Come on. Don't stretch down there. Again, we're talking about up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. 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 Oh, you sweet dog. I'll scratch your ear and you can stare at me lovingly because you're just a sweet little dog, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay. Watt DC. Anyone with shares held at Vanguard, what is Vanguard telling you? I've not heard anything out of Vanguard yet. So, Why, Tyler? Yeah, my shares are gone from Robinhood too. Yep. Scott Pollin's backing up, buying more GameStop with his beep beep beeps. Javier, GME is so low price going in with SPY puts, but staying leveraged with calls. This war in Mesopotamia telling me puts, but have to acknowledge that the push in the market makers can see like Netflix run. Yeah, Netflix went up like 12-15% today. Just did they report today? They have earnings today? I didn't see. Tesla took a giant shit today. Their earnings were a mess. Absolute, just red across the board. Sales down. Like warranty reports up. They missed their earnings by, I don't know, 6 or 7 cents a share. They shit the bed. That was a mess. And then Elon announces he's going to charge $1 a year to use Twitter. Like, cool. You just need, like, I don't know, 43 billion more users and you can, like, be in the black. So good luck with that. We're having a great time over on Blue Sky. The pool keeps getting larger and larger and larger. So I expect more people to start flooding in there again. And I've been sent probably a dozen or so Blue Sky codes in preparation for Halloween, for our Charity Tuesday and Halloween, which, man, if filing documents are delicious on Friday, we need to set records for charity on Halloween. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's keep that goal going, huh? Watt DC, yes, but the PP clan is new to DRS, and a lot of them didn't in regards to some of the thesis as what is happening. I'm curious what Vanguard is doing with Robinhood versus Fidelity, etc. Oh, that's what you're asking. Okay. Most for us, have you checked out the Starfield video game? I love it. Starfield's that new one that has like all the planets, and my roommate played it, and he seemed to enjoy it a lot. And then he got distracted by Baldur's Gate 3, and he plays that one constantly now. So, looks like he's not downloading anymore, so that's good. Yay! All right. Jason Blackwell, hey Houston. These new rules for short sellers are really strict. Now they must pinky swear they have timely locates. Yeah, and like, I think get rid of the locates entirely. That you cannot short unless you've borrowed the shares and you had them in your physical possession. None of this, hey, can I borrow your shares and you deliver them soon? I'm going to short this now. You need to get them ahead of time, have them in your possession, and then you can short. Without that, you cannot short. And you have to report what you shorted and how much, and what your liabilities are. Everything must be an open giant book, just like you got to do with your long positions. We're baby steps towards the right way. I'm sure the short sellers are now freaking out because, you know, they're gonna get eaten alive, and we're gonna feast. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Ludicrous Speed, docket 2468 still seems to be missing. Do you think it's related to the RC info? Yes. If there's not a docket number there, it's because it's redacted. It's privileged information, and we don't get to see it. So until they make it public. So there's a couple of dockets throughout there that have been hidden that we've never seen, and 2468 is just the most recent one. So, you know, just a lot of this. 2468, 2468, 2468. Who do we appreciate? 2468. Who do we appreciate? Redactions. Who did we annihilate? I remember in first grade, I was playing, I think I was on the powder blue T-ball team in first grade, and we decided to do 2468. Who did we annihilate? And our coach was like, no, absolutely not, young men. We don't even know what the score was in this game. You did not annihilate anybody? Neither were you annihilated. I'm like, well, way to suck the fun out of that, Dad. So, all right. Where am I? Moas for yo ass. Did you see the clip of one of the SEC commissioners talking about the potential meme stock event that might happen later? She said those words and I got goosebumps. They know something is coming. I have not seen that clip. Oh, do send it to me, Moas for yo ass. I would love to see that. I think everybody knows. Everyone knows that we've locked up so many of these shares and so many of these squeeze potential meme stocks that the minute the liquidity crunch happens, these hedge funds are blown up. Just one after another is just going to go down like dominoes. And the Fed, the SEC, the Treasury, you know, these folks are going to be like, oh my God. I mean, if they were smart, they would let this happen back in 2021. That'd been the smartest thing they could have done. Back when we were printing money like crazy, we let the price of the stock explode to $1,000. Shorts would have been forced to close. Everyone's out. Cool, right? It probably cost a couple $1 trillion and we're out. They didn't let it squeeze. Gave us more time to look into how many shares are out there and what people own. And we went, oh my God, $1,000? What was I thinking? I want millions. And we became hardened. And then the next best time for them to let it squeeze would have been probably June of 2021. Reverse repo was peaking. It's like a $2 trillion, right? We had a whole bunch of money saved up by the Federal Reserve in bottling up securities with the pledge protection team. And now we're at a point where the banks run out of cash. So they're not participating in reverse repo anymore. And they're using that cash to basically offset their terrible, terrible bonds that they have because they're losing money like crazy. Bank of America's announced that they're down $160 billion. Schwab is down $360 billion? Oh, Fat Cat wants in. Hey, Fatty, get in here. There you go. Come on, close them right behind you. There you are, little man. These guys are running out of cash and run crash hard. You should have let the MOAS happen 2 years ago. Come on, fatty. And that way, there'd at least be $2 trillion in the reverse repo facility, another $8 trillion at the Federal Reserve in plunge protection team securities. So that's $10 trillion right there, right? And that might have been enough to handle a good chunk of what would be going down. Come on, bud. There you go. Cattail karaoke. What's up? What's up, little kitty? Woo. Yeah, and now if they let it happen, or it might not, there might be not be a let it happen. Now it might happen with or without anyone wanting it to happen, and we don't have the cash to back it up, which means we got to print. We have to print in a huge way, and that will defeat everything we've been doing to not print money and reduce inflation. So, I guess we'll see where it goes, right? Right, little fat cat? Oh, you're such a sweet little chunk. Okay. Scott Paul, FTX case moving forward. Alameda CEO Carolyn Ellison caught red-handed on tape laughing about commingling customer and company funds. Oops! Didn't she get immunity to testify against him? So at least she's out there. That's probably the tape that did her in. She was like, "Yeah, immunity. I will testify against anyone you want." Someone as beautiful as me won't do that well in prison. All right. Kelly Reed, unusual Wales, Canada is likely. Oh crap! What just happened? No. Oh, for some reason my page just I may have just lost everyone's chat. Crap. Oh no, I'm okay. Whew. I accidentally hit the back button somehow on this stupid mouse, and my chat disappeared. It's back though. We're good. What was I talking about? Oh, unusual Wales, Canada is likely sitting on the biggest housing bubble of all time. Per Philip Colmore, partner at Global Strategist at MBR Partners, Canadians were determined to beat America for once. Oh, the graphs of Canadian house prices compared to U.S., it's like, U.S. like, oh, we can't afford things. Oh, no. Canada's like, we can't afford things. And then it's like up in the clouds and there's birds and, space debris and stuff flying around at the top of their graph. You Canadians are screwed. Once these loans start resetting, come, say, January, you guys are effed in the A. So, maybe I'll get some cheap Canadian property, right, Kitty? I'll get a nice ski out in Whistler. That sound good? Oh, you sound good. Does it sound good? Yes, it does. Okay. You guys can't even see the cat, can you? There he is. Look at that cat. Look at that little buddy. Oh. Okay, back to me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh shoot! Now I don't have the. I can make sure the ad's in there. Someone pay $50 for that. And I'll make sure everyone can see it. And when you're rich, have her plan your destinations for you, trips for you. Okay. Co-op is here. Hello, Houston. Hello. Scott Paul and Kelly Reed. I studied this at my master's program. Essentially, every property with a 5 to 10 year refinance plan is underwater and cash flow negative. Yeah. Whenever Maryland, I still have mine here in Canada, but broker is always a couple of days behind the news. Well, that's Canada for you. Kelly Reed, did anyone hear if the IMF is holding an emergency meeting, possibly for banks struggling to find liquidity and over-leveraged? I've not heard about that, but would not surprise me. They're going to do all sorts of weird currency stuff with the IMF to make that happen. Would you like that spot? Your brain's like turning off. There you go. Okay. Big Mac 8000. Hey, Houston. Thanks for all your hard work. Saw someone claim they managed to close their short position on BBYQ. Seems dubious, but possible, interesting either way. Thoughts, not financial advice. That's Phil. Phil, the pet shill. He shorted like 71,000 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond. He apparently asked his broker, I think was it Schwab as his broker? I think he asked Schwab to for a courtesy closeout because it's not trading anymore. Can you courtesy close this? He said today that they courtesy closed his position. Now, he didn't provide proof that he got courtesy closed, but I don't see, he's been so open about everything so far, I don't see why he would lie. But here's the thing about a courtesy close is because the shares were not actually closed because they were to zero or anything, it means Schwab took his short position and is now responsible for a short position. That's a real dumb thing for Schwab to do because Schwab lost $367 billion. So if Schwab is wrong, right, and new equity gets distributed and all those people that are in Schwab get new equity and shorts have to start closing, and those 71,000 shares are suddenly going to cost Schwab tens, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. That's not going to help them in any way, shape, or form. I think it was really, 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 really silly of Schwab to do a courtesy close for him, if that's what they did. So, I'm sure every hedge fund on earth is going to try and push that liability onto their brokers. Be like, hey, can you courtesy close for me? I know I shorted 850 million shares, but, it's zero. It's worthless. And the dumbass brokers were like, okay. And now we're just going to be vaporizing brokerages left and right. Bitcoin, Canadian cottage real estate is way underwater. People panicking. Hang on. Okay. Hang on, kitty. You hanging on? You're digging into my thighs. I take that as a yes. Ideas Matter 7707. Hey, Houston. Can we ask questions about MMAT now? And how far do you think Senator Crapo will go to get to the blue sheets share counts for MMTLP? I cannot talk about MMAT for another, what did my brother say? Another 5.5 months. So, I got 5.5 months. I can't talk about it. And after 5.5 months, I can talk about it to my heart's content. There is news out there. George is out. He's no longer CEO, which is interesting because he's a gigantic shareholder as well and the founder of the company. But, yeah. I can talk about MMTLP, though, because that is separate from them. Crapo sent a letter saying, I want the total share count, not the stupid authorized share count. I want to know how many shares each brokerage has now. But he didn't put a time limit on it. He didn't say like, hey, I want this information in a couple of days. He just said, I want it. And we know the regulators will be like, oh, it's really hard to get. I don't know. Their goal is to pussyfoot around for 2 years. We're already almost 1 year into this thing. Pussyfoot around for 2 years. They shred all the information and it's gone forever and we'll never see it. So we definitely need to get it before the end of 2 years for MMTLP. So isn't that right, you little Freddy purry little machine, you? Money or mail? Well, to be honest, BBYQ has to disappear first in order to get something else instead. You can't have BBYQ and other shares offered from the same organization, right? That's what people are saying, that you have to delete what exists before you can give something new. So I guess that's where we are. We know Carl Icahn loves poker. He got his financial start by learning poker and fleecing people. And he did it with a bunch of goombas in Atlantic City when he needed to pay for college. And then when he went off to the military, he played poker and amassed a $25,000 fortune in the late 50s, early 60s on that alone, which is like having a couple $100,000 today. And that's how he got his start on Wall Street, was with that cash. So playing a good poker, like rope-a-dope and boxing, you make the shills and the shorts think that you're absolutely it's over with. Oh, you beat me. Oh, you won. Call an ambulance. But not for me. That's what you want from them. My cat, wait, don't. What are you doing? What are you doing? You can try to get up. You don't, you're too fat, dude. You can't make the jump. You can try, but I don't think you can do it. I think you're just too much of a big fat fatty. Fatty. Okay. Maybe I need everyone to spam emojis until Houston gets here. Oh, I'm still at the beginning of the show. Here we go. Now we're at the beginning of the show. Yay. KYP, what do you think on Toys R Us F? I think it's a zombie stock. Also, that there's a whole bunch of FOMO happening with that zombie stock, making it do weird things. But like, it is a dead company. Toys R Us is a wholly owned subsidiary of Macy's now, so they may do a share offering, an IPO at some point, but it won't be Toy RF. It won't be that one. Right, Kitty? Oh, yes. So that's, you're just a little purr man. You're just like a machine. Yes, you are. Yeah, so I'm all for like zombie stocks doing weird things, but I don't think that one's going to be attached to the actual Toys R Us. What do you want, man? What do you want? You gonna go over to see your dog? That's what you're gonna do? Butthole. Okay. Bum bum. Alex F. 22 isn't a bad start. Yeah, $22 is a great start. That puts, say they've shorted 5 billion shares below $22. Now they're responsible for like $100 billion. So that's a good start. Yeah. Ingrid S. BBYQ gone now. The way they are playing with our heart. Oh man, zero or hero. What's it going to be? What's it going to be, little fat man? Zero or hero? What's it going to be? You can shove it in your butthole. That's what we're going to do. Everyone get a good look. Drink it all in. The cat's only a foot tall, but its butt will always be in your face. Says 54, I got a screenshot of my BBYQ shares this morning before it was removed from my Fidelity. I take screenshots every day. Clink, just in case something weird happens. So I've got that. I got a screenshot of them deleting them as well. So I can be like, hey, you guys did it. I did not. You give me my money. So yeah, I don't think a brokerage would survive the class action suit that would happen if they distributed new equity to existing shareholders and the people who got their shares deleted didn't get it. That there isn't a judge in the world who would be like, yeah, you guys did the right thing, giant brokerage. You just screwed these people out of cajillions of dollars. We would own that company. Right, monkey butt? Right. Yes, you want to own a brokerage? Do you want to own a brokerage? Yeah. He's such a sweet dog. Okay. All right. Peachy Sunday, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Right there. John Hooley, hey Houston. What skills does one possess as a geologist that also make one an outstanding lover? I'm trying to fill out your Wikipedia page post-OS. Well, I'm also an astronomer, and astronomers do it all night long. So, all right. Jay Geyser, you said you would live stream, but when butterflies... Wait, okay. Jay Geyser, you've said you would live stream, but when butterflies, is there any advice for Monday am to have lined up ready to go specifically for those that don't have yet? Please and thank you. Okay. Methinks that was edited in a way that would fit in the number of words that can be handled in the text box on YouTube. So you said you would live stream. Yes, I live stream several times a week. But are you talking about a live stream during MOAS itself? During the event? Yes. I will do my best to live stream while MOAS is happening. Now, any advice for Monday lined up ready to go, especially for those that don't have BBBYQ? I don't know particularly what you're asking there. Is it that you want to be able to buy some? Who knows what the price is going to be if it starts trading again? It could be $22 like was showing on the London exchange. If that's the case, it's going to move up in a hurry, I think. There may be some folks who try to short it down again from there. Thinking, last minute, just short it. Just keep shorting. It's a solution to everything. Like break glass, and the break glass solution is just short it some more. There's an old story about, I think it was like Khrushchev or something. And, Stalin died. And what was the order here? Order of USSR Secretary Generals. Okay. So Stalin, Malenkov. I think it was either Nikita Khrushchev or Malenkov. So we'll say, Khrushchev is stepping down. He's retired in 1971. Brezhnev steps in, and Brezhnev gets a letter. It's 2 letters from Khrushchev on his desk, and it says something like, "Open this letter the first time you get in trouble," and the second one says, "Open this letter the second time you get in trouble." So things are going on. Brezhnev gets in trouble, and he opens the letter, and he opens it up, and it's from Khrushchev, and it says, "Blame everything on me." So Brezhnev goes, "Oh, it's all Khrushchev's fault. Everything's falling apart. It's all his fault. That's so easy." And things blow over. And then he gets a second letter and gets in trouble. So he opens the second letter and it says, "Sit down, write 2 letters." I think that's where the shorts are. They have open one letter. It says, "Short it like crazy." Like, oh, okay. They open the second letter. It says, "Continue to short it like crazy." They don't have another solution. So that they're hammering GME right now because they can't attack Bed Bath & Beyond, right? The minute it becomes tradable again, they'll probably do their damnedest to short it as low as they possibly can, if they're allowed to do that. It could blow onto a blockchain exchange, and they don't have that chance. They could start getting forced closed immediately on every single solitary share they have. So you might not be able to have a chance to jump in on this. You may just have to just cross the fingers and hope that the entire basket explodes as they get liquidated, and that all your other plays that you have outside of Bed Bath & Beyond just rocket right along with it. And that the really cheap GME that you're buying right now allows you to, be on the moon with everybody else. Or maybe we get our money from this, and then we're able to buy GME and rocket that one as well. I guess we're going to see. We're going to see exactly where it all goes. And it's all moon-based. We're going on the moon. Or Uranus, or, Andromeda, whatever. Aaron Salentine, my 100 shares from BBYQ from Robinhood disappeared, and my 219 from Fidelity also. Yep, it's happening. Yep. Pulte's reposted Pulte's tweet today. Yeah, Pulte tweeted the corner of fuck around and find out. Where am I? Pink. Pulte. So Pulte hump. So here. Derp. Gotta go Chrome. Chrome. Done. I can still look at things on Twitter. I can't do anything else. So here it says, Alexa, skip to Friday on that sign right there. Interesting. And then he had this one. So find yourself at the corner, fuck around, find out. And then under it, RC Corey. People think this is Ryan Cohen's alt account. Mood. So, I don't think Ryan Cohen tweeted anything. Oops, yeah. I don't think Ryan Cohen has tweeted anything. Let's see, October 4th, not since that one. And his replies, he replied to anybody recently? Business specific, I'll DM you now. Oh, so this is him playing customer service for folks. So, yeah. That's where we are. Oh, fuck. I left out videos. 3 shows in a row, ding dongs.
Houston, we have a problem.
Daytime 2 off. So Alexander sent me a couple more intros. Well, a very special one for Halloween and a very special one for when MOAS kicks off. And I know I'm going to accidentally have like 6 intros go off at once because I'll be so freaking excited and full of Martinellis. I'm just dreading that moment. Anywho. Tristan Cates. Good night, Houston. We'll watch tomorrow. Peace. Deuces. Mark Maddox. Just finished watching PP Show for tonight. It was enlightening and I'm feeling hopium. It's, yeah, weird things are going to happen. Really, 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 really weird things are going to happen. And we can speculate in Speculation Station all day, but I know in my heart of hearts, whatever we speculate, it's going to be better and weirder than we possibly could think. That's what I'm thinking. Right, Fatso? Yeah? Oh, you're just so content. You don't care. As long as you got something comfortable to lay on and a whole bunch of kibble, you're happy. Tell roommate to get off video games. Mail was a signal. All right. Okay. Aaron Salentine, he said, I cannot wait to see Gme at $3 a share so I can pick up like 500 shares. I would love it. I have no ammo at the moment. I think at this price, maybe next paycheck, I can get myself to my 1,000 share limit as I've been trying to get to. So fingers crossed that I can do it. Except that I got my paycheck after close on Friday, so it'll be Monday. Okay. Anyway, we'll see. Belgian Well getting a bit jacked before work. First 10 minutes is good though. See you later. Peace. Michael Mister, good for your mom. That was a pretty puzzle. It was a very pretty. She likes those puzzles. They're very hard for her, but I think she likes putting them together. Kiffle. Hi. Houston, thoughts on the following. Palacars out of MMAT. I can offer no thoughts on that. Just it happened. 2, Nixbridge Oil Exploration and potential extra shares incentive on AST. That one, I registered. I'm on AST with those shares, waiting for that one to get approved and for us to get a share distribution to see what happens. And 3, odds on recession beginning in January. I don't know. I think it's going to depend. Like quarter 3, we were green. Quarter 4 is Christmas, all that, we might be green. So unless the bottom just falls out of the market before then, although a lot of companies are doing huge layoffs this month, I guess we'll see. The recession requires 2 quarters in a row of negative growth. And so maybe if it's quarter 4, we have negative growth. That'd be the first quarter. Starting in January, it'd be quarter 2 of negative growth. It takes a little while for them to like put the rubber stamp on when there's actually a recession. So, If MOAS happens, yes, the luxury market will boom. Everyone else, because all of a sudden we won't be buying ramen noodles anymore, man. Like, think about the ramen noodle business. They're going to be an upheaval because a bunch of bros at these hedge funds are going to lose their jobs. They're not going to know how to feed themselves, right? It's usually be a lag between when they figure out you go buy ramen noodles to survive and their hunger pangs that they have, right? So that maybe they'll eat through the caviar and things. They'll hold off for a little while, but eventually the hedge fund bros will be having to go get ramen noodles. So there's going to be like a lag in the poor people market. The dollar stores, they have to figure out how dollar stores work and like blood donations and stuff like that. So plus they got to go look for jobs at a market. Well, it's not going to be very good for them looking for jobs. Like, what type of experience do you have making coffee? I tell Linda to make me coffee and she makes me coffee. Like, that's not a very good skill there, Chetworth. So we're going to start you off mopping bathrooms. And then we'll start to introduce you to other things like how the cash register works and things like that. So meanwhile, we'll be on their old luxury yacht that we just bought at a U.S. Marshals auction and, having a good time. Grape Knolls. Houston, hello, brother. Can you give me a raunchy metaphor for what just happened to our BBYQ shares? I think it's a now you see me, now you don't type thing. I don't know if raunchy is a good way to, I can do a metaphor. Okay, let's think of a raunchy metaphor. I'm trying to like striptease. What would be a good one? Raunchy metaphor for what just happened. Here's a metaphor for you, right? You take a beautiful someone home, man or woman, whatever floats your boat, somewhere in between, I don't care. You take someone you're really excited to see home, and you want to see them naked so bad. But what they tell you to do is you got to cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. Like, oh man, I can't see you naked. And that's where we are. They just covered our eyes. They just ripped their clothes off while our eyes were covered. And then they're like, you can open your eyes now. And you go, oh my gosh, you're naked. This is the best day of my entire life. I think that's what Friday is going to be, is that they're going to tell us to like, uncover your eyes, take your blindfold off. And it's going to just be like, that's as best of a metaphor as I can come up with top of the bat. Yeah. So oh my God, dude, with nub. I thought the theory was designated trustee in the BBBY case getting ready for recall shares. That could be, I mean, that's one of many theories. Yeah. Mooncake, you don't go through chapter 11 in 6 months and not try to finish this off as quickly as you can. Yeah. I mean, I think back to Hudson Bay, right? Hudson Bay, we had Sal and Jake to be on here week and a half ago talking about it. Give us a timeline. Hudson Bay dropped $300 million on warrants. The warrants were more expensive than actual shares at the time. I think the warrants were like 60 or 70 cents, right? And the shares trading at 25. So they're paying like a 300% premium on these warrants only to have them blink out of existence. Why? Why would you just let the warrants expire and be like, well, it's bankrupt. The shares are going to disappear. You buy those 300 million shares because it does two things for you. One, it helps fund them through bankruptcy. And two, it gives you 300 million shares in a company that's about to explode. That's why you do it. No one else in the world will be like, who's going to throw $300 million at this? Oh, it's gone. Oh, well. Better luck next time. That's not how these companies work. They don't operate that way. They throw $300 million at it because they know it's going to be worth like $15 billion or something. That's how they work. So that's what I'm putting my faith in right there, is that these guys are greedy and follow the greed. Okay. Mooncake, you don't go through. Oh, I just read that one. Duh. Mooncake says happening with a ice cream cone. Lee Meadows, hey Houston, hope everyone doing good. I think everyone's doing all right. Maybe some freakouts earlier today, but all those fears have been assuaged, swooshed, placated. It's copacetic. It's Liddy, butterflies. Kim Fusting, what's your best guess? Squeeze Monday or Tuesday or Monday and Tuesday? It all comes down to what we see filed. We're still waiting for an S1. We're still waiting probably for a 10K or a 10Q. We're still waiting for an S4, like regarding distribution. So S4 or just Form 4? I can't remember. All those start to like... They may have been filed already. We just haven't seen them. They may have not just been published to Edgar just yet. We're still waiting for Ryan Cohen to reveal something nitty-gritty in his pump and dump case on or before Friday. So it could happen tomorrow, could happen Friday, but it'll happen by at least Friday. We know that by October 31st, Butterfly has to reveal who their CEO is. That's a week and a half away, or 2 weeks away. What gets filed? What do we see by Friday? Will it be, hey, we want to go back to NASDAQ? Cool. I'm all right with that. Will it be, hey, we want to go back to NASDAQ and everyone's getting like 6 shares in different companies? Oh, interesting. Will it be, will it be like the Megatron, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, like robot monster thing where, you're bringing Toys R Us and Rite Aid and I don't know, fucking Lego into IPOs all over the place, and everything is just going absolutely just super bonkers. Are we going to blockchain? We're going to blockchain, and then it's be like, hey guys, we're going to be distributing the blockchain. You need to close all your shares in like 5 days by Friday, the 27th. And all the brokers go, oh my god! And then the guy at Schwab who signed off on the courtesy close for Phil, like hangs himself in his office. Man, in several of the situations, MOAS could start Monday. So, I guess we'll see, man. Mo Money, is your dog a holder? Are you a holder, monkey? He didn't answer me. No, I don't know. Mooncake, I'm in City Bank Broker, and I have all my shares. Be zen, guys. When I was on Spurt, it took 4 days to get the new shares in the reverse merger. Oh, man, I got hosed so bad on calls. When Spurt turned agree. Ugh. Forgot about that. You just reminded me. That's right. I got hosed on my TTO calls as well because they did that reverse split. Okay. Vegeta D. Luffy. Vigata. I'm up late playing Starfield 2. There you go. Guts for the long term. Is Lydia Houston, are you worried about ocean fish getting contaminated from Fukushima? I mean, the ones nearby might have things to worry about, but everything dilutes pretty quickly in a gigantic ocean. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? The contaminated water's got to go somewhere. So may as well go in the giant washing machine that we have, put all the rest of our garbage in. I mean, it's not like any different than all the microplastics that those fishies are eating. So we're full of microplastics. Our parents are full of like lead. Their parents are full of mesothelioma. It's just a different brand all around. Midas Touch Houston, will your Charity Tuesday be really awkward because your viewer base expects it to be for Gaza, but your family roommate expects it to be for Israel? I'll be honest, I'm probably going to stay out of any potential arguments that could be happening with our Charity Tuesdays. I want to avoid Charity Tuesdays that just make people angry. I want people to be happy about the charity that they're supporting and try to make it as like unpolitical as possible. That's difficult to do because, a lot of bad stuff's happening in a lot of places. So I made a little list of charities. I have not double checked that list on YouTube yet as to what's available. I got another almost 2 weeks to figure it out. So we got 2 weeks to make a shitload of money to fully fund some charity out there. I'm going to advertise the heck out of it. I will advertise on the PP show the day of. I'll advertise it on other channels, and just I want to bring in a crowd. I want to make it the greatest Charity Tuesday of all time. And I want you to know I will be ridiculously sexy. I'm not. You don't know what I'm going to be doing, but be still your hearts. I'm going to be giving you some heart attacks. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Jay Geyser, Butcher showed the clip about the future meme event. I couldn't find it on the CC site. He showed premium YouTube, but it was called Open Meeting 2023 1013 Open Meeting U.S. Securities and Exchange. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what... see if I can find it. Disclosure conference panel full version. U.S. Exchange can change. It's a 5-hour video. Okay. So I'm probably not going to be watching that now. It's 5 hours, 31 minutes, and 30 seconds. Okay, that's going to require quite the digestion to get through. So we're not going to do that now, but thank you, Jay Geyser. I got the video up here. That's a long meeting, man. Whew. Okay. All right, word. Thank you. Phil, do your cats and dog get along? For the most part. I mean, Chupa Batman obviously loves Monkey Butt, and Monkey Butt loves Chupa Batman. The kitten and Monkey have gotten real tight. Monkey plays the kitten. I'm pretty sure the two of them murdered a mouse together the other day. Tore it apart and threw it all over the living room. That was delicious. The orange cat is warming up to Monkey, but she doesn't like being too close to Monkey. She goes when Monkey gets close. But like they can now be in the same room. Monkey can actually look in her direction, and she goes hello, and without hissing. So it's getting better. And the orange cat, I think they're trying to kill me. All the animals like lay on top of me at night, and I'm overheating. And now we temporarily have my roommate's parents' pug is staying with us for a week. It was just a farty little machine. So we've got 2 dogs, 3 cats. I feel like we're on a farm or something. There's just so many creatures in this house. There are now more creatures than there are humans. So let the games begin, right guys? Yeah. Yeah. Dan Harris. I made the best decision of my life when I moved BBYQ and previously MMLTP into my Roth IRA. Learned it from congressman actually. Oh, all right. Vernalk. Houston. Have you heard of Oxygen Not Included? It's like one of the hardest games I've played in my life. It runs a potato, at least at the beginning. Runs on a potato. I have no idea what you're talking about. So no, I've never heard of Oxygen Not Included. Let's open up another window here and put in Oxygen. Oxygen Not Included. Okay. Gameplay. Oxygen Not Included on Steam. A space colony simulation game deep inside alien space rock. Your industrious crew will need master science. Okay. Got that one up in a window there. Guts for the long term. Your cat is a cute chunk. He is such a fatty boobalatti. He's actually, I think he's losing a little bit of weight because he actually jumped up onto a counter he had not tried to jump up on in quite some time. Because what happened was, all of a sudden this summer, we had 3 cats in the house. Previously, the orange cat would stay in the orange cat's room and eat the orange cat food. And slowly the orange cat got introduced to the house. And then the fat cat would go and eat all the orange cat's food, and he just got real fat. And then a kitten showed up, and the orange cat would eat all the kitten's food, the orange cat's food, and his food, and he got really, really fat. So now we've locked the kitten and orange cat food into my roommate's room. Won't let the fat cat in there at all. And then the fat cat gets 1 scoop of food a day of like diet kibble, of the like, yeah, you're kind of a fat piece of shit kibble. Probably tastes like garbage. But the thing is that the orange cat and the kitten like that kibble. So they're eating like half of his food. So his calorie intake is dropping in a hurry. It doesn't help that he's on steroids. So he's like just beefcake 3,000 all the way. But he's like a little Eric Cartman. You pick him up, he's like, He's big boned, right? Right? Yeah, look at me like that. Yeah, you come over here and say hi. Yeah, you know I'm talking about you. Come on, fatty boo laddie. Get up here. Come on. Chupa, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm going to pick you up. Pick you up. I need to make that sound. He weighs a ton. So 2 years ago, took him to the vet. He was like 13 pounds. And the vet was like, he's a little chunky. You might want to think about him losing weight. I'm like, but you give him steroids all the time. She's like, well, yeah, there's that. And then I took him back and she's like, he's 19 pounds. I'm like, yeah, he didn't lose any weight, did he? Instead, he's like double what he should be. Aren't you? Aren't you double shit? Oh, I'm such a fat cat. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's right. Are you angry? Are you angry because I'm holding you here and nothing you can do about it because you're just a big old chunk? Yeah. All right. Let you go. Let you go. Strangers in the night, like wild horses, doobie doobie doo. Okay. Philly up Tang, oddly quiet for Country Garden default. Yeah, everything in China's defaulting right now. Runs on banks. China's trying to figure out how to like print even more money. Yeah. So, how many write-offs are there going to be? Frozen State Productions. Happy birthday, Houston. Is this a guy thing, or do women also jiggle the gas pump when they finish gassing up the car? You gotta jiggle the gas pump. Get all the little drip drops out of there. That seems like it'd just be human nature. You clink and you give it a jiggle to shake out the last little drops, because you don't want to like pull it out and have it dribble all over your paint. You don't want that. You gotta get all of it out of there, and then hopefully pull it out real quick and doesn't drop anything on your paint, and then you can hang it up. Wilbur Dodge is here. Hope you're in good spirits. I'm always in good spirits. Michael Ryan, got any merger and acquisition hopes with GameStop? I mean, they mentioned it 98 times in their earnings report, so right? Cat, are you gonna tear apart that piece of mail? Oh, yes, you are. You're gonna eat it. All right, whatever. It's just one credit card offer, so eat away. Wilbur Dodge, I have a question. Well, lay it on me. I guess we'll get there eventually. Michael Ryan's here. Hello, Green-Eyed Bandit Elixir. Green-Eyed Bandit Elixir. FYI, my shares that I have in SoFi have said reorg for the last month or so. Wells Fargo and Fidelity, they show as being taken out today. What happened to the direct registered shares? Supposedly, direct registered shares went from AST to Melon/Computer Share, and have gone from Melon/Computer Share to Equi/Wells Fargo. So, why would you play a game of like 3-card Monty with transfer agents if you're just going to delete the shares from existence? Why would you ever bother? Why? What in the world could possibly be the reason for that? No one's going to delete them all anyway. Then why bother? You can delete them all in AST and it'd be just done with. Why would you go from one transfer agent to another transfer agent to another transfer agent in like a 1 month period if you're just going to delete them? It seems like such weird, unexplainable things that can only be explained by hedge funds are fucked. That's it. That's the only explanation I can have. Lundy, I'm late. Does anyone know if he's commented on the fact shorts are able to close? We talked about it. There's a courtesy close, which does not mean the shorts are actually closing. It means the brokerage is taking on the responsibility, which is the dumbest thing a brokerage could do. The best bet a brokerage has is like, you keep that liability. I want nothing to do with it. Right. But I don't think the brokers even know what's going on. So Schwab doing a courtesy close on Phil, just whoever approved that courtesy close is not going to have a job when this is all over. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to be like, you just cost us like $1 gajillion when it could have been that guy's responsibility. But no, you had to do a courtesy close. Now we got to short and make a bunch of money and not pay taxes on it. Now we are responsible for it. So that's silly. All right, Wilbur Dodge. All right, here we go. If only you feel comfortable, please, I want your honest DD and speculation to what you truly believe, what will happen with BBYQ Butterfly investors. I mean, I've been talking about it for a while now, but what I think is going to happen is that we will get equity in something new. Whether it's 1-for-1 share in Butterfly, cool. Well, it's 1-for-1 in Butterfly, Dream on Me, Overstock, games like... It could be several companies, Lego, who knows? That would be really awesome as well. It'd be like having 5 IPO shares all at the same time. Hi, kitty. Yes, you want to go outside really bad. I'll let you go outside. If you come back and meow, I'll let you back in too. Get out. Come on, get. Okay. So, that's my best guess, in that we get equity in 1 or more companies. And then the shorts go, oh, shit. No. I thought this was done. And psych, it's not. That's my best bet. Ian Rain, do you believe conflict in the Middle East is inevitable? How will this affect the markets? I mean, conflict in the Middle East is constant. We've got a whole bunch of like lines that were drawn through nations and through the middle of like tribes and religious groups that were drawn by European powers trying to colonize the area. It's just natural crap, garbage, hatred happening between all of them as a result of this. You know, you can look back to the initial Zionism push in the late 19th century, early 20th century. Like, you know, the Jews were facing all sorts of pogroms and genocidal campaigns all over Europe, pushed them further east into like Eastern Europe and Russia. They're getting them there and they're like, this sucks. Everyone wants to kill us constantly. We need a place to go. And so someone was like, why not the homeland? And so the diaspora was like, yeah, we'll head back. So slowly Jews started trying to fill up what was then British Palestine. And at first they were like, they'd just buy land, move in, homestead, do their thing. And, you know, there were Jews that were living there in the first place. Like it was like Jews, Christians, Muslims all living in what was British Palestine. But more and more Jews started coming. And then World War II happens and they start fleeing like crazy. And then after World War II, the UN determined like, yeah, we're gonna give the Jews a homeland here. Well, at this point, there's now hundreds of thousands of Jews, not quite parity with how many of like original Palestinians were living there, but they were creating militias, they were creating security forces, they were importing weapons, and the minute the UN plan went through and the British agreed to pull out, that's when all hell broke loose. And like, you know, the horrors that happened recently with the terrorist strike of Hamas coming in and just slaughtering people wholesale, women, children, kidnapping them, rapes, like 1,000 people lost their lives in horrific manners. Tons were kidnapped. It's awful. But let's be honest, if you study what happened in 1948, the Jews did that and worse to some of these Palestinian villages. As it was a dire... Oh, crud. 1948 Israel War. What was the name of that village? Dar al-Najada, not that one. Oh, Deir Yassin. Yeah, Deir Yassin massacre. Holy shit. Deir Yassin massacre is probably one of the worst war crimes perpetrated in modern time. This is a village that was near Jerusalem. It was a majority Muslim village. Had signed a peace pact with the Jews, saying, "Hey, we don't want violence. You guys live here. We're cool. We're fine." And the militia went in there, surprise attacked them, slaughtered almost everyone. Men, women, children, cut their ears off, cut their fingers off, raped the women. Like, there's an account where the soldiers forced a father who owned a bakery to throw his toddler son into the oven and watch him burn, and then threw him in the oven after him. Like, these are some of the worst war crimes in modern history, as bad as anything any other belligerent has done in a war. And it was a campaign of genocide. That's what it was. Their orders were to clear out every person in these towns, and they either took new Jews off a boat and put them in their homes, or they just destroyed them to rubble and made it into a park. Planted a bunch of trees and like, yeah, it's a park here. So the refugee crisis that was created out of that, you have folks that have been living in refugee camps for 4 or 5 generations, right? They've been pushed into these other nations, and they have no resources of their own. They are a burden on the nations that took them in. They've got these stories from their grandparents and great-grandparents about what horrors they faced during the 1948 conflict. And yeah, there's going to be folks whose entire concept is violent retribution. We're going to do to them what they did to us. We want them to feel the pain we feel. And that's, I mean, it's awful. It's just a never-ending violence cycle. And as I talked about before, I just don't know what the solution is at all. Will it affect the markets? Hell yeah, affect the markets. I mean, Iran's talking about getting involved. Iran gets involved. There goes more, another oil producer they're already selling most of their oil to the black market anyway. But that could bring in Saudi Arabia getting involved, UAE getting involved, Egypt getting involved. Like, we could get some really weird bedfellows here happening here. Like, the Saudis hate the Shia because they've been doing a proxy war in Yemen against them for quite a long time. So the Saudis have been buddying up with Israel of late, who had been an enemy of theirs for a long time, because Israel and Iran hate each other. So if a conflict brews between Israel and Iran, Saudi Arabia may take that as an opportunity to jump in there as well. So we could see a crazy war happen with really weird bedfellows on all sides, and the Americans going, we armed all of you. Who do we blow up? It doesn't help Russia any. I think Russia was hoping that they get a nice war distraction. They could start fighting Ukraine without us being distracted by arming Hamas and Hezbollah. But I think all that did was solidify Israel into possibly arming Ukrainians, which they've been really wary of. Ukraine wanted Iron Dome technology to shoot down rockets and drones, and Israel's like, no. And now Israel probably like, here, have all the Iron Dome you want. Those guys just got 1,000 of our people killed. So, yeah, I think Middle East conflict will definitely have an effect on the market. Defense stocks probably will do great. Oil stocks probably will do great. Everyone else, probably not as great. So, I don't know. Maybe invest in construction stocks and those bottom out, and those guys can go and rebuild everything. Lindy. If shorts can close, then there can be no MOAS, correct? Again, it's courtesy closes. So it's not that they actually physically close their position. It's that the broker is taking on responsibility. So now the MOAS gets even weirder because this could cause brokerages to go down. So, First purge, you think marijuana gets off Schedule 1 anytime soon? Not soon, because the House is in chaos. Republicans have a very thin majority. A bunch of wackadoodles kicked out the speaker. They can't elect a new speaker because they're a bunch of wackadoodles. And business cannot get done in the U.S. government until there's a speaker. And it doesn't look like there's anything on the horizon to get us a speaker. We got a speaker pro tem. They may be able to get some sort of ability to get the speaker pro tem to start passing legislation for like a month. But I'm not too hopeful that they're going to get anything done. I think it's going to be a shit show in the House until, 5 Republicans finally vote for Jim Jeffries or something. I think that's what we might have. Is that we may have a minority majority leader in the end, because they'll just be so sick of their fellow Republicans being clowns and be like, you know what, we need to get something done. Jim Jeffries, you be speaker. Run this place. So that may be what we do for the next year. But we won't be able to see marijuana get off Schedule 1 before then. Ian Rain's here. Excellent. I forget the Korean name. I think it was just like a person. Can't believe GME hit almost 3-year low. So I got in to January $15 call options. Wish for the best. That might be what I do, is instead of buying shares, I might buy a shitload of options. Yeah, I might do that because they're getting real cheap. As the price goes down, those call options are getting so cheap and so delicious. Man. Yeah. So Batman eating dough. Yes, he is. Okay. Lindy, someone please tell me what happens with shorts. Are they out of the picture? Oh, you've been asked that question. I think we got you. Mr. Oak. Hey, Houston. George P. out, CEO of Imminent. What's the story with the new guy? He does tech stuff. That's as much as I'll be able to say. Wilbur Dodge, at least it says other on the history of transaction, which are only meant for buy-sell. I guess that's better than canceled, deleted, or terminated? No? Sure. For Right to Life, BBYQ shares didn't just disappear, but as of tonight, they have been set to realized loss as opposed to this morning, still under unrealized loss cost basis in TDA brokerage account. Yeah, I think all the brokerages are doing weird different things with them. I'd be curious to see. Now it's past midnight on the East Coast. What has anything changed in my Fidelity account? Let's see here. Shaboink. Boom. Well, still has my individual account as completely bottomed out. See all activity. Click on that. Still just says expired. Type cash in my account, so nothing's changed there. We'll sit and see. 0 hero. That's where we are. It's letting my butterfly share still showing an E-Trade. Weird. Ian Rain, wait a minute. I'm already living off ramen noodles. Easy there. See, me too. Ramen noodles are a staple of my diet. That's probably why I have hypertension. I don't know if I have hypertension. I have no idea. I can't afford a doctor. Well, you know, again, like I've said many times, like we live how we live because that's what we can afford to do, and that's our existence. How we live is seen as inhuman to those above us, right? The guys at those hedge funds, the guys at those family funds, the masters of the universe folks, they cannot live like us. This is why they jump out of buildings the moment they realize everything is gone. Because living off of ramen noodles, living in a 2,000 square foot 3-bedroom out in suburbia, that is worth dying over. It is better to cease to exist than to exist as us. That's how they feel. So we have nothing to lose. They have everything to lose. Okay. That's the way we want to play it. Then that's how we shall play it, right? If I have to eat ramen noodles some more, then my life has not changed one bit. If they have to eat ramen noodles, that means that they have fallen so far from glory that they're just, you know, it's over for them. And oh well. Them's the breaks. BTW brand. Are those ninjas? Those green ninjas? Matthew, what do you know about Madoff fraud 2009 and the 8 years it took SIPC to recover investor funds by 2017? Just what I've read and seen in documentaries. Basically, Madoff made up his data. He's doing a Ponzi scheme. He'd take new investors' money and he would spread that out to the old investors as profit. And then he looked for new investors. And that Ponzi scheme was going great until the economy collapsed. And then poof, Ponzi scheme was found out. So what they did was they looked at who had been with the Ponzi scheme the longest and who had benefited the most. And they found those guys and they clawed back all their gains and distributed it to the people who lost the most on that Ponzi scheme. And that's basically what they did. So it took them years and years and years. There's a lot of shuffling of cash moving around, a lot of court cases, a lot of appeals, a lot of, lawsuits and stuff. And they eventually got through everything they possibly could, got as much money out of it. And they were able to recover not 100% of all the funds, but a good appreciable amount of it to the point where people are like, well, it's better than nothing. And there are some folks that they didn't invest very much. And what they got back was enough to buy a home. And they, the SIPC comes in. It's like, hey, we need $500,000 from you because you got $500,000 too much for Madoff. And they're like, but all we have is this home and nothing else. And they're like, all right, I guess I'll let that slide. So they weren't super horrible about it, but there were some cajillionaires who I think knew Madoff was running a Ponzi scheme and basically blackmailed him into getting more money out of him. And those folks got a whole bunch clawed back on them. But those guys were also the ones that had the ability to offshore money and make it really difficult for the SIPC to get them back. But the guy who ran the SIPC, who ran that Madoff recovery program, he is the one leading Butterfly out of bankruptcy. He's in charge of the restructuring. Interesting. He focuses on financial crimes. Why would a guy focus on financial crimes be leading the restructuring of a company? Just so strange. So strange you have to stroke a beard and ponder. Right, monkey? Woo! Okay. Whoop-ass! 2RB. Oh, shoot. Whoop-ass just disappeared. Where'd you go, Whoop-ass? Where'd you go, Whoop-ass? There we go. Whoop-ass 2RB. For the raunchy metaphor, I saw, I conquered, I came. Now she's stuck with the baby coming, and I'm walking out with all my moonies. I came again. Wilbur Dodge, Carl Icahn made Ryan Cohn become CEO, president, and chairman of GameStop in order to finance the amalgamation of 4 companies: Overstock, GameStop, BBY, Teddy as the parent company. That's good as speculation as anybody there, Wilbur. Yeah. Teddy, moon soon, trust process. We're trying. Yeah. It's Lydia Houston. Can you get Lisp Jake on the show again? I'll even take AI Jake GPT as well. Okay, thanks. We'll ask them all to come by again. Okay. Seth Price, speculate how long it takes to pass the dragon test. What? Dragging these nuts across your face? I don't know what the dragon test is. Dragon test? Dragon test. What type of dragon are you? Personality quiz? Dragon quizzes? I don't know what that is. So I'll speculate it takes 4 days. Is that good speculation? Aaron Salentine. What if MOS starts Monday? Wouldn't that cause everything squeeze, even finger to squeeze, or some random stock like Zom again? Yes. That's exactly what will happen. The everything squeeze is back on the table once one of these puppies goes absolutely nuclear. So that's my guess, is that goes everything. First day production, they can't afford GME or SPY calls, but MMAT calls are nice, not financial advice. Okay. Lee Meadows. I'm with eToro, and my shares are still in my account as BBYQ. Interesting. DVS, congrats to everyone who held Bobby from 30 to deleted True Diamond Hands. Yes. All right. MC Cheeks. I feel bad for the customer that pisses me off at my job once working is optional. People are cruel to employees when they think they have leverage over someone. It will be an eye-opening experience. Yeah. Yeah. I think about that kid. It's like at a Home Depot or something, right? He's behind the counter and this customer comes up like, hey, I need you to go over here and get this thing. The kid's like, I'm sorry, I have to stay behind the counter. I'm not allowed to leave the counter. And the guy like has a hissy fit at this 19-year-old kid. He's like, how dare you? I'm the customer. I'm always right. The kid's like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I by law, I have to stay behind this register. I'm not allowed to leave unless somebody else comes to relieve me. So I can call somebody over to like help you get the grass seed or whatever's you need. The guy's like, this is outrageous. You kids these days suck. Blah, blah, blah. And the kid loses his fucking mind. He's like, bitch, I'm going to fight you. And like, all the employees then all of a sudden appeared and like had to haul him away. He's like, I'm going to kick this guy's ass. But yeah, I felt that in my bones. Like, you know, I worked in restaurants and bars for so long. And like, people don't say things to me that they'll say to other people because I'm just taller, bigger. I'm a dude, right? So they would say things to like the little 15-year-old blonde girl who's working as a hostess. And they'll say just awful shit to them and try to like be horrible. And then I step up and they're like, there, young lady, everything's fine. It's my greatest pleasure in life to tell an asshole to just get lost. Like, piss off. Well, I was going to spend good money here. I'm like, I don't give a shit. There's a wait. Like, it's like a 2-hour long wait. Someone else takes table. We're fine. No, I never. Well, someone should have. Anyway. Don't be rich assholes when you get to be rich. Be nice to people. Tip servers like crazy. I mean, some of you, like especially the folks that have like 4 or 5 million shares of this stuff, and if it squeezes, you're going to be billionaires. You're going to be billionaires several times over. I want you to think about what it means to be worth several $1 billion, right? If you're worth $3 billion and change, you're probably making 10% or so or more, depending if you've got the right dividend stocks, on your investment. So that means you're making about $1 million a day, right? $1 million a day. It takes the average person 20 years to make $1 million. So you've got each day equivalent, you got flowing into your account someone's entire work history, right? Like, what else do you need in life? You don't. How are you going to spend $1 million a day? What are you going to spend it on? There's only so many ramen noodles you can eat out there, right? So if you are one of those people, you're making $1 million a day, tip your waitress a shitload of money. right? You go to a restaurant, your bill's $20, tip $1,000. You still have $999,900 left or whatever. Like, you're fine. You're good. You're making $1 million a day. Spread that love through the economy. Help everybody around you. Donate, spend time doing cool shit. Build, recreation centers in your communities. Like, just don't be assholes. Don't be the rich assholes who just are like, oh, I'm going to push people around because I'm so much better than them. Because you weren't. You were a dog shit human like the rest of us for so long. You can suddenly just like level up and you can be an asshole to people. Just, be cool. Be cool. You're making $1 million a day. Be cool. Spread that love. All right, that's my message. Frozen Productions. Can you get an algorithm that will card catalog all your shows, times you've talked about auction strategy, stock talk, ghost towns, etc.? If we MOAS, I could probably pay someone to do that. But will I do it? No. Not at all. Justin G found it odd that I still have my 20 call options, but my shares are all gone. Shit about to get real interesting. The week's gonna be weird. That's what's gonna be weirdo-ness happening all over the place. Jay King, Houston. Oh, sorry. Michael McManassian. I think that's right. McManassian. Hoping we get our shares back under the new ticker soon. Thanks for keeping the speculation strong for us. I mean, what else we gotta do? I twiddle thumbs and I speculate. And I read what other people speculate and I go, that seems plausible. So, Jay King, Houston, good morning to all. Great to be here with you, and thanks for the late night. What do you think about GMGF dropping while nearing completion of their factory? Your thoughts? They did a dilution, so they sold a bunch of shares because they had to make more money. I wouldn't doubt if they're being hammered. It's hard to hammer them because they're in the Canadian market and Australian markets, so that's easy to short the heck out of them like you would other companies because it's a limited group of people who are allowed to invest in the company right now. Only those in those markets or who have access to foreign trading can get in there. I wouldn't doubt if we see them try to move to a major market in like NASDAQ or something at some point, especially if they start to produce sellable goods that can then go into phones, cars, power tools, etc. Make home batteries so people can hook up their solar power and whatnot and power everything for a long time. But everything gets shorted until there's good news. And until they can produce a product that sells, shorts are going to take that as an opportunity to hammer the shit out of them. This is not the good old feel-good days of the dot-com bubble where anyone who had a .com in their name could make $1 bajillion off the bat without any path forward for profitability. The tech startups now have to truly, truly, truly dig in and figure out a method to get their product out there and sell before they'll ever see a realization of their stock being worth anything. MNF, my BBYQs and RBC are gone. Woo! It's tomorrow, boys. Everyone's so stoked to see their lifeblood disappear. My 50,000 shares are gone. It's the best day of my life. We're insane. Okay. Person with no name. My job wants me to stay late and close on Friday. Maybe the last time you do that. We'll find out. A ghost moon protocol. Today's the day. Okay. Avocados made it. I'm wearing another avocado shirt. I have a sister shirt to this one, I believe, in my old collection. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow or Friday. This one's pretty similar to one that I have. And, maybe we'll wear that for Friday. Depending on what news comes out Friday. Maybe I'll just be light on fire or something on Friday. I don't know. Wilbur Dodge, thank you for answering Houston Wade. I'm proud of you for hanging here with BBBY. You will finally be able to do everything you want here by New Year's. I hope so, man. I hope so. Get myself sweet 4x4 RV. Hit the road while they like build my dream house somewhere. I don't know. Monkey butt, you want to travel places? You want to go to the desert? You go hang out in the desert for a while? You want to go see a Gila monster? Maybe a rattlesnake or two? Scorpion? Good talk. All right. Lost waves. Did MMTLP ticker ever vanish and get replaced by a placeholder? I'm pretty sure that's all been in people's accounts or placeholders. And then when you ask to register, they panic and search desperately for actual shares that they can send on your behalf, hoping that no one else asks to register. I think that's where they are on that. Neiled. Houston. If Butterfly shares turn to multiple IPOs, does that mean shorts have to close and MOAS happens? I believe so. That kind of seems like what the game plan is. Oh crap, where am I? Neil uses Wealth Simple, so has shares in his account. BW brand, removal of securities worthless on TD. Yep. I bad at investing. I haven't sold anything in computer share because I booked and terminated. If MOAS happened, is sold floor price crazy. It goes to my bank, but they also in trouble. So we finna get personalized bank. That's an interesting conundrum. I hadn't thought about that. If you guys are in computer share and you sell, it goes to your bank account. And if your bank goes belly up, you're not insured for the crazy ass amount that you would be. Perhaps be at the bank the day things sell. Talk to your banker about spreading it out amongst as many accounts as possible that are insured. That might be the way to do it. Whoopass 2RB can confirm that Wealthsimple still holds my shares as well. Whoopass 2RB, Canadian account. Conveniently, Wealthsimple is based in Toronto and also have a location in New York. I wonder if they are in the know with the band here on the play. Yeah, got a Canadian American run things, so. Mark Adams, E-Trade now says reorganization for my shares. Did I miss a chat from someone? I see someone referencing Citizen 54, but I don't see a Citizen 54 post. Did I just miss it? I don't know. Okay. Whoopass 2RB can tell a lot about people by the way they treat people who serve them and the way they interact with animals. Be good to those, your mercy. It defines your character. I agree 1,000,000, kajillion, 1,000,000,000%. Just being nice to someone, it's no skin off your back, right? Like, save being an asshole to actual assholes. Not someone who's like, I'm sorry, we can't see your party right now. It's going to be like 20 minutes and you lose your goddamn mind over that. Like, you just wait. That's all you got to do. What's he going to do? Right? There's an open table right there. Well, yeah, there's somebody coming in to take that table. We just got it ready for them. Like, chill, baby. I know people have like hypoglycemia and they can, get hangry and stuff. Like, just chill. So the first time I ever flew first class, I was maybe 15, 16, somewhere in there. And for like spring break and Christmas, I would work, I'd save up money, and I'd buy a plane ticket to go down to California to go see my brother and go surfing for like spring break or winter break. And one time, I get to the airport. I'm flying by myself at 15, 16, whatever. Get to the airport. We get on, it's Alaska Airlines, get onto this plane, and we load. We sit there for a while. And nothing's moving. I don't know, plane should be taxiing. We should be leaving. Guy comes in the intercom. It's like, hey, I'd like to thank everybody. It's like, I'd like to thank everybody for their practice boarding, but we just discovered that there is a crack in the windshield and we need everyone to deplane. I'm so sorry. Go to the customer service office about rebooking your flight. Thank you very much. Right? So everyone goes, oh, we all get off the plane. Well, I've never had to like rebook a flight or anything like that. I'm a kid. And get to the customer service. There's like one poor lady behind this giant counter. And there's just hundreds of people snaking down this line. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Hours go by, hours go by, hours go by. People are leaving disappointed. People are angry. And in front of me, like the next couple in front of me was this like biker dude. But you know, like the biker dude that plays a biker dude, but he's not actually a biker dude. He's like probably some asshole dentist that plays a Hell's Angel on the weekends or whatever. He's got like his leather vest and it's like, raw, and his wife has a bunch of fake tits and huge weird fake lips, and they're both just screaming at this poor woman behind the counter, and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Like everyone took up all the seats on all the planes. We have nothing until tomorrow. I'll get you on a plane tomorrow. We'll pay for a hotel. I'm so sorry. Yo, fuck you, bitch. Oh, this is outrageous. I paid for a ticket. I demand to fly. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I can't. And, you know, she's obviously trying to deal with this asshole. And she's like the 300th person she's had to give terrible news to. And this guy is just chewing the shit out of her and dehumanizing her and freaking the fuck out. And it's like, buddy, just deal with the cards you dealt. I don't know if it's like someone who grew up at taking ferries. Like, you missed the ferry? Well, it's an hour till the next one. Nothing you can do about it. That's the way life is. Yeah, I don't know if that's just because that's how I was raised in this community. But anyway, they finally like take their voucher for a hotel. And sorry, I think I got a cat hair stuck in my mouth. They take their voucher for the hotel and fuck off. And I come up to her. I'm like, people were so mean. I'm so sorry. She's like, yeah, what can I do for you? I'm like, well, I got on a plane, and then the plane cockpit was broken, so we had to get off the plane, and I still had to get to California. Help? And she's like, of course. I've got a first-class ticket for the flight that leaves in like an hour. I'm like, okay. Wow, if you're just nice to someone, they'll be nice back to you. It's not that hard. I flew first class for the first time ever when I was like 15, 16 years old, all because I was nice to a lady after someone was really, really mean to her. And she was like, I'm going to put this kid in first class because fuck those people. If they'd been nice, maybe they'd been flying first class with me. I don't know. But it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Okay. Where was I? I just lost my spot again. Okay. Oh, DVS. There is a guy in the pickle jar who is getting paid for his shares on loan on Bobby. Interesting. They're still getting paid for the shares on loan. So maybe it's the only courtesy closes they can do because they know something weird's about to happen. So Phil might be the lucky one in this. Jay King, Houston, the Butcher of Wall Street, has a video about the FCC or SEC meeting where they're discussing meme stock event that will happen in the future. Towers of Moash should definitely watch. Yes, somebody told me to watch. It's 5 hours long, so hopefully I'll find the link with it in there because I don't know if I can watch 5 hours of fiduciary talk. Ugh. Yeah. Takeda Raw, happy birthday, Houston. T+2, huh? T+2, baby. Whooper Dodge. We all know that there are at least going to be 2 acquisitions because there's Butterfly Acquisition Corp and Bed Bath Acquisition Corp. Checkmate? I like your thinking, Whooper Dodge. I bet investing. Oh my God, he answered my question. I try to answer all of them if I can. We got about 11 minutes left, and I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. So, by all means, if I don't, I may not be able to get to everyone's questions. I'll try. It doesn't look like I have too far to go to get to the end here, but well, we'll see. We'll see if we get there. Sean Towns, stake in Australia has my BBYQ shares as well as today. Let's fucking go. Nate P. Did I miss you go over timeline for this? Shares disappeared today. What next Thursday and Friday and Monday look like? All speculative. We know we should be seeing something happen by Friday. We know that because Ryan Cohen filed in his pump and dump lawsuit. They submitted a whole bunch of privilege information, corporate privilege information to the court that had to be hidden. So only the lawyers and the judge can see it. Not even people suing Ryan Cohen, I think, are allowed to see it. Just the judge and lawyers. In that filing, they say we will make it public on or before Friday, October 20th. And that is 2 days from now. So we know we're going to see something happen with documents that are spicy. Well, what will they be? Monkey Butt has no idea. She's sleeping comfortably. I have no idea. We know these shares disappeared out of a bunch of people's accounts. And if there's going to be a new distribution, it has to probably happen before Saturday. So we wait. That's the best we can do. Twiddle our thumbs and wait some more. Should make a t-shirt of like thumb twiddling. Just twiddling. Like a jersey. Thumb twiddling professional and get your names on the back of it. Your jersey number, etc. Okay. Wilbur Dodge, yes, it's all stock deals too. Zero cash. It's meant for zero taxation, and that's why you don't do cash deals, especially when it's a null bankruptcy restructuring. Word. Ingrid S. Houston. Most of my GME is DRS'd and booked, but I keep some GME and BBY, MIBKR, and Danish broker Saxo accounts to sell at floor. Which of those brokers do you think is safer during MOAS? Less risk of default, just taking my shares. I don't know anything about Saxo because I've never dealt with them. IBKR is huge. They are gigantic and they're super international. I would trust that a Danish broker is pretty well regulated, just from what I know about the Danes. That you guys you like your regulation and you do a good job of it. So I would think that you're probably fine in all those respects. You're better than somebody who's in like Moomoo or Robinhood, that's for sure. So, I think you're probably okay. Ingrid S. actually still have BBYQs and Saxo. So Saxo's got them for everybody. Guess I answered my question. There you go. Nano Techie Houston. Up late dealing with some sick youngest. Fave late night snack. Favorite late night snack. I love sugar. I've got a plate full of chocolate chip cookies downstairs that I will gobble as soon as I'm done here. I do like a bowl of cereal at night, but often a lighter cereal. I might go with a Chex Mix, rice mix, rice Chex. That's what I'm thinking of. As a late night cereal, rather than like a heavier cereal like a Cheerios or something. I love cereal, breakfast cereal. I'm a child of the 80s. I have like 5 different varieties at all times in the house. My roommates were like, why do you have so many cereal boxes? I was like, well, Honey Nut Cheerios were on sale. If you buy 3 of them, they're $2.99 rather than $6. So I bought 10 of them. And I fill up on that. Late night snack. I will do ramen noodles as a late night snack. I will gussy it up and like throw in some steak chunks and snow peas and I don't know, some like chili flakes and garlic. I'll do that late at night, which is always terrible. It gives me the fiery burps, but for some reason I keep doing it. I like to do English, just toast some English muffin at night. That's always delicious. And if I really want to, I'll do like a grilled cheese sandwich and some tomato soup. That's a good late night snack as well. Nice and like homey and warm. It's good for like a dark fall evening. Yeah. I bet at investing 68. I made a video. I combined it all together. You're in it. It's been 84 years. 902 in the video. Well, where's the video? You gotta send it to me. Like post it to the Reddit. In there is Reddit r/Houston Wade. That's the subreddit. Post it in there. We'll give you all the views. Cereal's motherfucking $6 now. I know cereal's so expensive. So expensive. Oh my gosh. AP, how's roommate doing? He's still yelling at people on the phone. You're there, Ernest, yelling at people on the phone at 8 a.m. when I want to sleep. Okay. Thoughts on Toys R Us coming back. We talked about this earlier. I think if Toys R Us comes back, it's not going to be under that ticker. It's going to be an IPO of some kind. Now, they may IPO under this whole Bed Bath thing. That's been predicted. But that ticker is dead. It is no longer associated with Toys R Us. It is a dead ticker that's gone. Toys R Us is a wholly owned subsidiary of Macy's. I think Carl Icahn is in that play. I think he was in the Toys R Us play. So he may be a minority owner or substantial owner in it, but it's controlled by Macy's. So if they spin off, it'll probably be a fresh IPO or a SPAC that does it. And we've got a hell of a SPAC sitting there waiting with a whole bunch of gnolls ready to go. So yeah. Jason, dude, will you see the Taylor Swift movie? I mean, probably not. I am not. She doesn't play my style of music. There's not enough double kick drum and distortion. So not quite my thing there. Well, best place to buy cereal is Costco, which is limited selection. Truth. Costco is a great place to buy cereal. I was just there and I bought cereal. I went to Costco to get allergy medicine and a giant bottle of Aleve because it's so much cheaper there. And it took me so long to find the allergy medicine that I was like, woohoo! I put it in my cart and I left and I forgot to get the Aleve. Oh well, such as that. Nanotechie, you can make your own cereal. It's not that hard. Nanotechie, I am never going to make my own cereal. Not now, not ever. People are always like, oh yeah, you can just go like grow all your own vegetables and have a farm and like slaughter your own cows. No, I'm going to go to the grocery store because I don't have time for that. And the reason I make cereal, like I eat cereal, is because it involves pouring the cereal out of a box, pouring milk, and I'm done. I've got a meal in front of me. I'm not going to go through the steps to like cook rice flour on the stove, dry it out, I don't know, turn it into a crouton of some kind. No, I just, by all means, Nanotechie, have at it. Make all the cereal to your heart's content. But yeah. Talvin 4, if your ears aren't bleeding, it's not music, in my opinion. I somewhat agree with you there. I'm a generally happy dude, and I need the angriest, meanest music in the entire world to keep me happy. The minute someone plays a happy song, I'm like, that pisses me off, and I don't like it. I don't believe that you're actually happy, because all the people who make happy music always end up being like philanderers and sex pests and, you know, criminals and crap. They're all lying to you. People who make really dark fucking music, they'll help the landlady with the groceries. Yeah. Prontal, where's the most humid area on the Earth's surface? I'm sure it changes. I mean, everywhere can get up to 100% humidity and then it's raining on you. So I guess wherever it's raining is the most humid area on the Earth's surface. But I mean, there's places like in the Middle East, in Persian Gulf in the summertime, that the humidity is so high off the water evaporating off the Gulf that the heat index is like 160 degrees outside. That seems to me to be fucking miserable. The worst I've experienced personally was when my sister was stationed in Charleston. I went to visit her in July, and that was horrible. It was like upper 90s, low 100s, and it was like 97% humidity outside. I was like, why are any of you here? Like, everyone should just leave this place. This is inhuman. Like, how do you how? I felt like I lost like 30 pounds in an afternoon just sweating. Inhuman. And I went to Hawaii and I thought it was too humid. It was like 85% humidity. It was nothing compared to the Southeast. But that pales in comparison to when you're getting a 165 degree heat index, because the humidity's basically like the dew point is like 120 outside. That's disgusting. That's just terrible. Looks like my streaming is I think my roommate gave up and he's playing his video games again. So my streaming's going down, but it's okay because it's 11:30. Nantucket spent 4 hours a night talking about stocks. I'm kidding. I'm going to pay someone make mine for me someday. Exactly. Did right. I'm with you there. Much more Rammstein than Taylor Swift. Yes, much more Rammstein than Taylor Swift. All right, everyone. It's 11:30. I'm pissing off. If crazy documents are dropped tomorrow, we'll do a show and talk about them. If not, I'll see you on Friday when we know crazy documents are going to be dropped. All right, cool? Is that cool with you, Monkey? Are you happy about that? Yeah? Okay. All right. I'll see you, everybody. Have a great night, and catch you on the flip side in one of these. Whoops, didn't happen. How about this? There it goes. Nope, it still didn't happen. Dang it. One more time. Go!